In the late 1800s, a respected scholar of Semitic languages, Nathaniel Schmidt, lost his university position, not because he was wrong, but because his research was too provocative. He had discovered that many biblical narratives closely mirrored even older Sumerian and Babylonian stories, with one unsettling difference. The original versions didn't speak of gods, but of beings known as the Anunnaki. These sky people, as described in the Sumerian texts, weren't mythological figures. They were described with striking detail as advanced beings who came from the heavens to earth. Not spirits, not metaphors, but a flesh and blood species with power, technology, and a very specific mission. According to these ancient texts, the Anunnaki didn't just observe Earth, they ruled it. Let's rewind 6,000 years to ancient Mesopotamia. Hidden for thousands of years under layers of dust and sand, archaeologists eventually dug up more than 200,000 clay tablets. At first, many thought the strange markings were just decoration or random scratches. But everything changed in 1835, when a British Army officer named Henry Rawlinson found the Behistun inscription, an ancient message written in 3 different languages. That discovery became the key to unlocking the forgotten language of cuneiform, and with it, an entirely new story of our ancient history. The tablets didn't just contain trade records or everyday notes. They also told remarkable stories. Long before the book of Genesis appeared, these ancient texts spoke of visitors from the stars, beings who altered early humans and took control of the first civilizations. They were called the Anunnaki, a name that may translate to those who came from the heavens to earth. But not everyone agrees. Some scholars claim Anunnaki simply means noble ones or rulers. Yet even the breakdown of the word Anu, heaven, and Ki, earth, suggests a celestial origin. And the stories themselves? They don't read like allegory. They speak of ships descending, power struggles among the Anunnaki, and an ambitious experiment with humanity at the center. One particular figure, Enki, seems to have been our genetic patron, tweaking early humans to become more capable, more conscious. But not all of the Anunnaki approved. Enter Enlil, the antagonist in many of these texts. He opposed human progress, pushing for limited lifespans, widespread floods, and even neurological interference meant to dumb us down. Stories like the creation of Adam, the Great Flood, and the Tower of Babel, so central to the Bible, can already be found in much older Sumerian texts. But there, the names are different, and the divine characters are missing entirely. Instead of God, the term used in Genesis, Elohim, is actually plural. It literally means the powerful ones, not the voice of a single god, but the decision of a council. Some claim we were engineered, not born, modified by the Anunnaki using their own DNA and ours, creating a hybrid species designed to serve. And evidence of this might exist. In 2003, reports emerged that a tomb believed to be that of Gilgamesh, a half-human, half-Anunnaki king mentioned in both myth and tablet, was discovered in Iraq. The site was placed under military protection during the early stages of the Iraq War. And then, silence. The same happened with Queen Puabi, an elite Sumerian woman whose remains were found intact in the 1920s. Her body could hold genetic clues about our origins. Yet to this day, no DNA testing results have been shared publicly. What are we afraid of finding? And then, there's the big question. Why? Why would an extraterrestrial species come to Earth in the first place? And why would they care about us? The Sumerian texts suggest the Anunnaki were mining resources. Perhaps gold, perhaps something else. They established dominance, implemented systems of governance, trade, time, and law, many of which still echo in our world today. When their hold was secure, they withdrew, letting humans run the system they'd built, exactly as modern empires have done. From Rome to Britain, colonizers establish order, train locals to maintain it, and then step back while still reaping the rewards. Could the Anunnaki have done the same? Established control, then faded into the background, still shaping the world from afar? Perhaps. But their legacy suggests more than just dominance and control. It wasn't entirely cold or calculated. Across cultures, Zulu, Greek, Babylonian, Native American, stories speak of visitors who taught early humans, uplifted them, and sometimes protected them from destruction. Was it all just exploitation? Or was there something more? Perhaps like humans, the Anunnaki were divided. Some wanted control, others wanted connection. And if that's the case, what happens now? Our myths speak of lost abilities, of a time when we saw more, sensed more, were more. What if those aren't just stories? What if they are memories of a higher consciousness once within reach? Across ancient cultures, we find rituals, plant medicines, breathing techniques, meditative practices, all designed to elevate the mind and reconnect with something greater. Could these be remnants of a once common knowledge, now buried under millennia of forgetting? If we are part Earthling and part something else, what are we truly capable of? Can we reclaim our own power beyond the systems imposed on us thousands of years ago? Can we shed the chains of neurological conditioning and build a better, freer society? The story of the Anunnaki is not just about the past. It's a mirror reflecting possibilities for our future. What we do next might just be up to us.